Hello everyone, welcome to our BEX2500 presentation. My name is Daisy, and today our topic is how to reduce household waste. Our group has 5 members. They are Kerwin, Wilson, Chris, and Sean. And these are our table of contents.
Hi there, I'm Sean. I'll do the introduction part of this presentation. Environmental problems are almost everywhere around the world. One of those issues are household waste problem. We'll focus on the electronic device waste, which contains many chemical accessories that are harmful to the environment. The electronic devices are updated to meet individuals' endless demand as a result of the development of human technology, which results in a lot of domestic e-waste. According to a study on abandoned devices, only 20% of the world e-waste were in 2016. The majority of them were heating and cooling equipment, small and large equipment, which included materials like gold, silver, and other precious metals. And the typical way for managing e-waste in the neighborhoods are keeping it at home and putting it with other household waste. This reveals that people don't recycle their e-waste wisely, which results in an increase of pollution to the environment. Therefore, it's vital to limit e-waste production. Through the integrative thinking progress, we'll identify strategies for decreasing household e-waste. As for why was this a good approach, we assume that it provides a way out of natural tendency to lose sight of the bigger picture by taking in changed position or to adopt for shoddy compromise, and it is also creates a sense of unlimited possibility.
Hi everyone, I'd like to talk about the stage 1 of the model. Let's get started. For slide 1, as we all know that electronic products are harmful to the environment because it is radioactive materials and it is not biodegradable in nature, which causes the degradation of natural resources. I'd like to state that along with the multiple environmental disadvantages of electronic waste, it is also harmful to a human being. Electronic products create health issues associated with eye problems, distress, and other physical and psychological issues which made it important for solving. The macro advantage of electronic waste management includes the minimization of non-biodegradable particles from the environment in order to protect natural resources and the biocapacity of the Earth. The micro benefit includes engaging with the recycling process, which can help in the collection of precious metals and support economic growth by creating a secondary marketplace for people. Let's move to the next slide. For slide 2, this slide focuses on represent two extreme and opposite models for the problem. The first model, limiting the update speed of the whole electronic product, only updates the core technology and the appearance, and other unimportant parts need not be updated all the time. The second model is creating reasonable recycling model and improving the secondary market to maximize the demand of each product and reduce the waste output caused by idleness. Slide 3. In this slide, I have focused on sketching the two opposite models for representing aspects and benefits from different lenses. I have focused from 3 lenses, including government, manufacturers, and consumers towards problems. I believe that collaboration between the government, manufacturer, and the consumer in both stances can result in solving the problem effectively. For slide 4, in this slide, the advantage of the model are addressed. From my perspective, I think stance 1 can positively contribute to minimizing the manufacturing of new electronics by providing opportunities for upgrading old electronics with a reduced product percentage in the market. On the other hand, stance 2 can contribute to the process of minimizing electronic waste by recycling for renewing old products or creating new ones from old material. That's my content. Thanks.
Hello everyone, this is stage 2 of the model. These two models mentioned by Chris are both aimed at solving the e-waste problem. They mainly reduce e-waste by focusing on different aspects of the life cycle of electronic products, which has a positive impact on the environment and the public health. The similarity between these two models is that they both require government support and policy in order to be implemented and effective. And both models are using reusable e-waste to help manufacturers reduce their production costs, and at the same time, so consumer will also reduce their consumption of the electronic products. Their key differences is that Model 1 involves limiting the rates at which electronics can be replaced and using technology to refurbish and reuse old equipment. This model requires a change in consumer behavior as people living longer with electronic devices, and it will also require manufacturers to invest in refurbishment and reuse of old devices. Model 1 may have higher upfront costs for manufacturers, but it may result in long-term cost saving because less new equipment need to be produced. Compared with Model 1, Model 2 focuses on establishing a recycling model without changing consumers' behavior and improving the second-hand markets for e-waste generated due to obsolescence. The Model 2 may have a low upfront costs for manufacturers, but it may incur ongoing costs for e-waste recycling and disposal. The most valuable part for each model, Model 1 focuses on avoiding unnecessary waste by working at the source of e-waste so as to achieve the purpose of reducing electronic waste. Model 2 focuses on disposal of waste products to maximize the use of products and reduce environmental pollution. At the same time, recycling waste products can increase employment. The main challenge of the Model 1 is that it may be difficult to pursue manufacturers to slow down their update cycles of their products, as this may reduce their profits. There's something that governments can do with it. Governments could offer tax breaks or other financial incentives to manufacturers who adopt slower update cycle for their products. The main challenge of the Model 2 is that it may be difficult to establish a robust second-hand markets for electronic products, particularly in areas where there is low demand for these products. The key solution is that governments and the manufacturers may need to work together to create programs that incentivize the reuse and recycling of electronic products. Due to the difficulties of implementing these solutions, more derivations are required.
Hi folks, I'm Kelvin and I will undertake the integrative thinking to solve the environmental impact of e-waste through three pathways. The three pathways are hidden gem, double down, and decomposition. In the exploration phase, we did try all three pathways. First, hidden gem. When we put the worthwhile elements from two models together, we produce a new model which is similar to Google's idea. But it automatically failed, so it was not a good direction. Decomposition, which applies parts of the two models to different aspects, seems reliable, but it is not a good direction either because it's to the economic theory. Finally, we double down by keeping everything from one model and thinking valuable elements from the other model in order to establish a cause and effect relationship. In this case, we keep everything in Model 1 where only the core technology need to be updated, the appearance and accessories and so on do not need to be updated. Extract the refinement of the secondary market and the renewable recycling model in Model 2, and opting the new model due to the specific renewable model of the manufacturers. Consumers are now more in demanded for the accelerance of the secondary market and recycling.
Hi everyone, I'm Daisy and my part is stage 4, which is assess the prototypes. As manufacturers slow down on cosmetic and accessory updates and update only the core technology, sensible recycling models and a better second-hand market are in demand by consumers. As the first step, define possibilities. The government should impose restrictions on the market for all types of electronic chargers and fines for improper disposal of electronics. For example, by landfill them without dismantling them. Retailers need only focus on updating product technology, recycling discarded electronics components and continuing to smelt them into new ones. Consumers only have to pay for the new technology in electronic products, and without the models, no landfill for electronic products that cannot be disposed of, no land contamination, and less damage to the environment. In a second step, understand the logic of possibilities. Government subsidies manufacturers. For example, subsidizing the companies that use uniform chargers. Manufacturers can build consumer goodwill towards them by selling environmental technology products or recycling the e-waste, thus creating market opportunities for new technologies for their own products. For consumers, recyclers will pay for unwanted parts to encourage consumers to recycle, and consumers will trade in their used electronics for new products. For environment, ensure that all electronics are used correctly as instructed in the manual and that they are ventilated to prevent them from overheating, thus reducing wear and tear on the electronics and reducing idleness. Step 3. Design and conduct tests of each possibility. Based on the poll results, European Parliament members decided to approve legislation mandating that all new electronic products use the same type of charging wire. Smartphones and tablets, including Apple iPhones and iPads, will be required to utilize USB Type-C chargers beginning in 2024. And since 2013, Apple has offered an iPhone trade-in program in the United States, resulting in a significant increase of iPhone upgrades and a year-on-year increase in market share. Dyson has also implemented a trade-in program. Consumers save time and money on unnecessary charger purchases and have the option to purchasing a new product with or without a charging device.
Yo folks, Kerwin again, and I'd like to talk about how we make solutions under internal, external, and deep influences. When we are looking for e-waste solutions, we subconsciously solve the problems through the mean and analyze methods, which makes us think about the state between the present situation and the target situation. How to remove the barriers from now to our goal is the question we need to think about. And this is how internal influence reflect on our solutions. How to solve such a problem as e-waste is a relatively complex problem for us. We think about the experts, because experts are usually better at making decisions in a particular field. So we solve the problems through the guidelines of the experts, and that's how the external influence affect our solutions. In the end, deep influences. We think about the solutions bring us more limits than we can imagine, as we are always focusing on a particular country to think about the solutions. We ignore that the environment has an impact on the decision making and problem solving. This simply means if a solution suits for this country, it might be not suitable for another. So after realizing it, we have considered different countries' situations and come up with a relatively broad solution. Let Stacy bring our solutions.
In exploring the solution, we have come to the following conclusions through 3 levels of influences. Our solution is aimed at strengthening consumers' personal awareness of environmental protection based on expert guidelines and is complemented by compulsory publicity to make consumers passively aware of the dangers of e-waste and how to use and protect electronics properly, and ultimately to develop their own concepts of environmental awareness. In specific, consumers need to raise awareness of the dangers of e-waste by watching videos, news, and so on. Manufacturers reduce the overall use of toxic metals by recycling with toxic metal parts for use in new equipment. We have tried to focus on one country to develop a specific solution, but because of the differences in national situations, We have chosen a broader solution as a base framework for reference. The government needs to raise individual environmental awareness through environmental education courses and media publicity.
Overall, in this project, we point out the danger of electronic waste and select two opposing ways to reduce model. One is limiting the updating rate of unnecessary things like appearance and charger of electronic devices, just focusing on technological updates. The other is reasonable recycling. Then we analyze these two models with three pathways and create a new model that is focusing solely on technological change and increased product utilization by using double down. Finally, the feasibility and the validity of this new model are confirmed by looking at it from perspective of the government, manufacturers, and consumers to find a good solution. And that's it. Thank you.